Yeah, I think you're the first person to notice where the where the inspiration comes from.
Oh, it is Japan for real.
Yeah, the clothes I'm wearing are this is a jinbei, which is from Japan. A friend gave this to me, so these are my go-to clothes at this point.
Hell yeah, man! It fits you. Looks nice.
Thank you.
Have you been to Japan?
No, 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 I haven't. But I do have some really good friends who are from Japan, and I've been very inspired by the language and culture as well.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Before we started, I mentioned that I'm in Germany, right?
Mhm.
Before moving to Germany, my first goal, the first place that I wanted to go was Japan, and I had everything planned. I had like tickets. I had bought the tickets. I had like a place to stay. I had like colleagues over there, and then just that I was like 15, 16 at the time, and just then I decided to research about the culture. It was like, God, they like anime, they like sushi. I'm fine. No, turns out the workforce, especially at the company that I wanted to work at, was racist. It's like fuck. And I was like, I'm not going to Japan. Was like at least that's what I heard. But there's plenty of other good things from there. Like yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the workplace is tough, but the culture is fantastic in lots of other areas. But they're dealing with a lot of difficulties right now with tourism and migration, just like the vast majority of places are.
Really? What's
Hmm.
happening there? I heard that they're trying to ban TikTokers and influencers because they're going there just to get some clout, you know?
Yeah, well, in Japan, the culture is based on consideration of other people. So there's a lot of unspoken rules of etiquette and taking other people into account with what you're doing. And so a couple years ago, they opened up their borders and started putting a lot of incentives to have people come migrate into the country. They have these akiyas, is what they call them, these old countryside houses that are dilapidated or abandoned. And so they were trying to bring in revenue by bringing in a lot of foreigners, and of course that brought in a lot of new culture as well. And so yeah, you have these influencers who are like bringing big speakers onto the subway and break dancing in the middle of the streets or on the platforms, and that's that goes in counterintuitive to a lot of their culture and customs.
Yeah, yeah, that's insane. Imagine you go to a country that it's not yours, you're a foreigner, and you just respect their culture to a point like where they're literally thinking about banning some type of tourists in certain places. It's insane. Like,
It's going on all over the place right now.
really?
Yeah, yeah. The hottest thing I've been seeing is, I mean, here in the States, we've got a lot of that. We have a lot of migrants that are rioting, and a lot of people who are destroying a lot of things in the name of migrants. And then in Mexico City right now, there's big protests going on as well, where I mean they're very openly saying, "Go back to where you came from, go back to your country." Because there's been so many Americans that have moved down to Mexico City and they work remotely. So they bring their high paying wages and they gentrify the areas. You get these rich people who move into the neighborhood, and they come in with their money, they come in with their incomes, they jack the prices of everything up. They're jacking the prices of the rents up, everything that they're buying. And so you get pushed out of your own neighborhood. And so, yeah, this is a theme that's going on all over the place.
Whoa. I didn't know that. Whoa. I always heard like the Americans been pissed at the Mexicans, but not the other way around. That's a first.
Yeah, yeah, it seems to be going all over. Like I see this a lot in European countries too. Like in Ireland, for instance, entire rural villages are getting overrun by these open border migrant policies. And I'm not saying I'm in favor or against it, because, well, that's not true. I think I've revealed my opinion already. But yeah, yeah, it's causing a lot of problems for a lot of people right now. This idea that when things are getting rough where you're at, that you can go somewhere else and consume resources there, is really causing a lot of problems for a lot of people.
Hmm. Do you think there's a single reason for that to be happening in a global level?
Well, a lot of these places are becoming inhospitable.
Oh.
Um, a- like in the States, for instance, a lot of these cities are becoming unlivable. They've become just so big and so industrial and so expensive. And the infrastructure here is just crumbling in so many ways. Like I think we're watching in real time our society just kind of implode or collapse on top of itself. And so a lot of people are unhappy with the living conditions. And so they're going to other places. And we very frequently hear like people leaving, Latin American countries like Venezuela or El Salvador and coming to the United States. But you also have great migration leaving the United States. And, it's very difficult to even stay in a place for too long without seeing, massive turnover of everybody who's there. So many people leaving, so many people coming, and everything's just changing so quickly.
Yeah, yeah, I got tired of it, right? So I'm 31 and I'm about to turn 32. My whole life has been pretty hectic. That's how you say it, hectic. I don't know. My mom married this guy in France, then we moved to France, but then they divorced, and I went back to Brazil, and then I was like, I got graduated as like I don't want to live in Brazil, so I went back to France, and then got a job in Germany. It's like all over the place, and when I reached my 30s, it was like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too much. And all throughout this whole time, I was living in the big capitals, right? Sao Paulo, and then Paris, and then Berlin, and I reached a point where I was like, I just can't do it anymore. It's just too much. It's just too crazy. It's like, and then I decided for my own mental health, for my own sake, that I'm gonna live in a small town
Hmm.
and in the country that I am already am, so Germany, and that's it. Man, it saved my life. I'm not exaggerating. It's just like by forcing myself, stop changing jobs, stop moving around.
Hmm.
It took a while to adapt, like to force myself to do it, but I'm feeling like the rewards of it. I'm start feeling a little bit calmer. My life starts to. I'm like how to say in English, like planting some roots, and this feels good. We need that. I feel like we as humans, we need that. We need to our brains are not developed to always constantly change, all the time. That's why
Yeah.
nostalgia sells so much. That's why it feels so good to keep watching the same movies and stuff, because like I would say that throughout most of human history, like we did not had internet, we don't